Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone joining me again. This is part two of the Santa Claus painting from upload about maybe a couple of days ago, depending on when this upload will be made. I again am John the Painter, coming to you from my studio in Woodworth, Louisiana. Beautiful Woodworth, Louisiana. If y'all ever manage to come down this way, please do visit Woodworth. It is a nice place, very beautiful. We have the Indian Creek Recreation Area down here, a nice little lake where you can go camping and do all kinds of things. It's a really nice thing. And then you go further down Highway 165 and you encounter what's known as the nursery capital of Louisiana, where there are probably dozens and dozens and dozens of plant nurseries run by local businessmen and farmers and alike, and people that just have small greenhouses in their yards or backyards. And it's really nice. And every year around the fall we have the nursery festival. It's real nice. It might be this spring, but yeah, definitely don't quote me on the time. Anyway, welcome back to the studio, and as you can see, this is part two of the Santa Claus painting, as I stated before. What I'm doing right now is, well, apart from trying to get my cat to stay away from the blinds in the studio windows, I decided to do the recording, and this is Christmas Eve when I'm doing the recording. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everyone, Happy Hanukkah, anything else that I may have missed off the top of my head. But as you can see, this is the initial first layer block-in that we did a couple of days ago. I was going to upload this yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to record it. So anyway, but this is picking up directly from where we left off. As you can see, I'm taking a hog hair bristle round brush, and I'm just kind of going in and putting in some dark accents there. And I'm doing what's called the first painting. What I did before could be considered the underpainting, but this is the first painting in this indirect method. There will be more details and at least one more layer to go over the top of this. I still have to add his glasses later, which I really look forward to putting those final touches on this painting. And it's, he's going to look incredible. Of course, I will be posting the last part of this video after Christmas Day. My work schedule and everything has been kind of hectic and everything, so it'll definitely go that way. Yeah, but that happens when you nearly work 60 hours a week. But I'll tell you one thing: the life that I'm able to live right now is all because of my ability to continue to work and my ability to go back to work. And a few months ago, I never thought I'd be able to work. I never thought I'd be able to go back to work as early as I have. And thanks to a weight loss of 70 pounds this year, I have been able to go back to work, and now I can start doing the YouTube content creation for all of y'all as I wanted. So anyways, you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of going in, and I'm, pardon the way I say this, I am fleshing out the flesh tones of this piece. And going in, adding more volume where volume needs to be added, adding more warmth, adding more coolness where it needs to go. You do want to get the sense that this guy does live in the north. He does live beyond the Arctic Circle, and you do want to give the sense of the fact that his skin, I should say, does have this kind of sun-kissed quality to it, and of course the classic depiction of Saint Nick himself with the rosy cheeks and everything, and always with a smile on his face, and different things like that. But here you can see I'm going in and adding some color in here to define the shape of the eyes. I will be refining this a little bit further in the video that you will be able to see. But now don't be alarmed. I did not give him glowing eyes. Don't be alarmed, because I will go back in and tone this down when I actually do some oil paint mixing on the canvas itself. And you'll be able to see me tone it down and define the eyes a little bit later. But yeah, and trust me, since he is smiling a little bit, he will be sort of squinting a little bit. You know, when you have people with really animated big smiles, that they tend to squint their eyes a little bit when their cheeks raise up over their cheekbone. Those muscles push up against the bottom of the eyelid, and they create this warm and, you know, especially people that have these warm and inviting smiles like he does. All right. So I'm going to shut up for a little while and let y'all watch the rest of this piece unfold. Enjoy. Hey guys, coming back here at this point. So you can see I'm starting to add the eyebrows. So he's starting to look more like an actual human being with eyebrows. Now I did choose in the design part of this to give him thicker, bushy eyebrows. And that's really an aesthetic choice. You know, I like the bushy eyebrow look. It especially when you see how I do the way the face later, and I have him where he is actually where you can actually see his smile a little bit better. You know, and it adds to the warmness of his face and everything. And you know, here I am adding more volume to the forehead. And what I'm basically trying to get this shape down. You know, like I don't want to give him a gigantic forehead. Of course, when we go in later and put the final details in later, everything is going to start to make sense. You see, I'm just putting some accents right here because I'm going to be doing some sculpting of the around the eyes on that side, around the tips of his nose, just different areas, and different things like that. You see I'm starting to define the nose a little bit more. Everything that I do in this part of the painting, and like I did in the part of the painting before, everything is meant to be able to give you a springboard to build onto the next part of the actual painting itself. And all of these steps, everything I'm doing here in this painting, I'm doing for a reason. And the reason is I want to give myself a good foundation to build off of. And if I can give myself a good foundation to build off of, I won't have to solve too many problems later if I encounter them. Now keep in mind, I am working off an original idea. I'm not necessarily working off of someone's face or anything. I am working off of a drawing that I did about a week and a half ago. And you can see I took a picture of the drawing and have it on my cell phone sitting next to me on the actual, on the easel. And here I am defining his ear a little bit more. And I can't wait to put the final detail after this layer is dry. This layer will take longer to dry, so the actual part of the painting that you'll see me put on his glasses and everything, that will actually probably come in another couple of days after it's dry, depending on my recording and upload schedule. So like I said before, you are seeing this on Christmas Eve, hopefully you are seeing this on Christmas Eve, the same day I recorded it. So if I don't see anybody on Christmas Day, of course, like I said before, Merry Christmas. Here I am. I'm filling the cheeks out a little bit more on each side. If I want there to be more contrast in his face, I can always go back later and I can always add more contrast. I can add more lines, which I'm eventually going to do all this when I do the final passover for the final details. And it is amazing to literally get to do something out of your head like this. Oh, here come the rosy cheeks. Those cheeks will become a little bit more rosy later. I added some vermilion to a mix of my paint just to get the vermilion tint in there, and I'm putting a little bit of it in his nose too. Definitely that will definitely help, giving him that rosy, sunk his skin demeanor that I want to give him. And I didn't want to make him look too super old. I did want him to look like, you know, that he does have some heft on his face, but I wanted there to be very, very little wrinkles. I kind of wanted to give him this kind of sort of middle-aged look, very youthful middle-aged look. So he is middle-aged in appearance, but if you really get down to it, he looks more youthful than what he really is. And really, that's, to me, what Santa Claus really embodies, is this youthful sense of playfulness that all adults seem to have. I know my playful side is literally me sitting down and playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, or playing
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like, my whole thing is video games and painting. That's where my youthfulness comes in. And also the fact that I lost 70 pounds this year. So, alright, I'm going to shut up for now, and then I'll come back at the very end of the video. Okay, here we are reaching the end of part 2 and part 1 of the first painting stage. And you can see I'm just kind of defining the eyebrows a little bit. I kind of gave the eyebrows a little bit of these wispy twirls at the end. And here I am defining the mustache a little bit more. And really, the titanium white oil paint that I'm using for this, it's not really an expensive titanium white. I want to save my good titanium white for the last stages of the painting. And like using the titanium white in this part is just, it's mainly master's touch or fine touch that you get from Hobby Lobby. And the titanium white I use for the final touches is made by Gamblin, which I love Gamblin colors. Gamblin colors are amazing. I did use a few Gamblin colors in this. There's probably some cadmium orange mixed in somewhere. Oh, and you saw me add the touches on his, you know, because he's always wearing red, so that is a combination of quinacridone, magenta, and vermilion red. Alright, so this is the end of part 1. As you can see, I'm taking the Instagram photo, making sure the Instagram post is ready to go. And please, if you like this painting and like what I do, please visit my Instagram, my art station, and part 3 will be coming up pretty soon. And peace out.